Welcome to season 3, episode 4 of the Burner Syndicate. You are now listening to the realest podcast out here. New era, new voices, same authenticity, no BS. Burner fam, we're back in the building with another episode. Sorry for the delay last week, but today we got a good one for y'all. We're going to get into the World Series, do a little recap of that, get into the NFL trade deadline, UFC, boxing, something else we've never really touched on, and much, much more on today's episode. But before we get into today's guest, really excited for this one. Alex, JV, what's the word tonight? Let the people know what's going on with you.
Listen, man, I'm out here thriving and surviving. Season 3, episode 4, man. I honestly forgot what episode we was on, so I had to look it up just now. Ah.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. Hey, I'm glad to be out here with the guys. We got a special guest this week. I'm even tempted. I'm gonna have to talk it over with the team, but I think season three is a special season. We got the three for the burner. It's in the logo. I say, what if we go longer than 4 episodes this season? You know what I'm saying? We've been a little delayed this one. I'm saying, what if we go longer? I'd talk it over with the team, but I'm thinking, what if season three is a long season? So we'll keep y'all posted. We'll keep everybody in tune, but we'll let the guest introduce himself.
Uh,
Long time coming, another Nipsey fan, so we got to shout out.
let's do it. I'm down for it. I'm down for keeping season 3 going. But yeah, I'm excited to introduce today's guest. Another brand new guest on the Burner Syndicate. Once again, was never on Burner Talk. So very first appearance. He's another JC native. We've been boys since high school. And I also made an appearance on his podcast a few years ago, Mano a Mano, where we talked about Epstein Island and relationships. It's relationship problems, actually. It was a good episode. Y'all should go check it out. Y'all should go check it out. It was a fun episode. But my boy, Jonathan Carrillo, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself a little bit and let the Burner fam know how you feeling tonight.
All right, thank you all for the introduction, man. That was special, man. Yeah, I feel very welcome. It's been a while since me and Jay talked. It's been what, like 2 years, Jay?
Yeah,
So
on the podcast.
yeah, I think so, something like that. Like 2 years has been a while, so a lot of new things have happened since we talked. So
Yeah.
I know we'll have a lot of material to go over today. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, I was saying I've been in Nashville for 2 years, and I remember I sold you some merch like right before I moved. So that's how long it's been. But
I
yeah,
still got it. I still got the notepad.
yeah, you got the notepad, got the cup, the
Hell
shiny.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hell
I
yeah.
used I used it to promote poster boy right here. But yeah, uh, that's what I wanted to get into a little bit was Mano a Mano. I know you guys were starting up the show a little bit, so tell me a little bit about it. Like, what happened with it? Are you still doing it?
Yeah, we're still doing it. The guys that I was doing it with, they kind of moved states a little bit. So we did a lot more episodes, but it kind of geared more specifically into boxing specific because the channel was mono a mono, and we tried a little bit like to go into like I guess like just talking about general news, politics, sport, like general sports. But the later episodes we made were kind of more boxing specific. And we touched a little bit on UFC, but for the most part, it went into boxing. But we haven't done an episode in a while. But I mean, we're still, we will eventually.
And guys, what was your co-host names? Those are my guys. They were funny.
Francesco, he's from Italy, bro. He actually he got engaged too and got married and he moved to Florida like with some like finance job down there for it's like some big bank. I think it was like JP Chase. So he's a
Mm.
smart guy, man. He's been through a lot. He was telling me the story about like his family when they first like came over here. Uh like I don't know exactly what happened, but like his family came from like some kind of communist part of Italy, which I didn't even know that. I thought all of Italy was like a free country. Apparently, there's a really communist part of Italy that they wouldn't really let him leave, and so he somehow their family was able to come out here. So it's a crazy story. You'll have to ask him one day.
Yeah, I knew he had a strong accent. I just didn't realize where he was from, but his
Yeah,
accent was good for podcast for sure. And
yeah.
yeah, I know you brought up the financial part. You were like in the financial field, financial major.
Hmm.
Like, how's that going for you?
Oh yeah, that's actually what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm a relationship banker, so I kind of just do like loans and investments. Um, but I mean, it's a give and a take because, dude, I'll be honest with y'all, bro. Y'all gotta be careful when y'all get old. Be careful going to your bank because, like, bank people, they're salesmen. Like people don't think about bankers as salesmen. You think of a salesman, you think like a car person, a car salesman, and you hear about how shysty they are, but you don't think about a banker being shysty. But dude, they're shysty. Like at least my bank is like they kind of push people to really like really just sell these older people because they're the ones that qualify for like these loans or these investments. Man, I'm like, I didn't know I was getting into this type of business. I'm pretty decent at it, but I just didn't know what I was getting into when I first signed up for the job.
Yeah, that's not my field. I don't know anything about that. It might be down the line. I might call you when Burner Syndicate we need some funding or something. I
But
don't know, but yeah, yeah, that's dope that you're getting into the field. And yeah, once again, you said you got engaged as well. Congrats on that.
thank you, man. Thank you.
And yeah, it's just crazy to think about because yeah, obviously Alex is married. You just got engaged. We're getting old. And
I
we,
know.
we talked about it on the other episode. We're not getting into it on this one. We can save that for another time. But the mano a mano, we got into relationships a little bit. And I've done one episode on Burner Talk. It was like strictly relationship based. So y'all should go check that
Yeah.
out. Yeah, it's not just a sports pod. Y'all should go back and check that out. It was like an hour with my boy David. It's pretty good. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our topics right now. First off, we want to talk about the World Series recap a little bit. Obviously, this is Alex's strong suit. The Dodgers won the World Series. Shohei, was he get his second ring or third? Second? No, Mookie got his fourth, I think, something like that.
Yeah, Mookie was up there because
Yeah, he got one with
man.
Boston. But yeah, World Series recap. Dodgers won in 7 games. I had the Blue Jays winning. That was my prediction, and they sold. So
Hey, all I'm gonna say is all y'all got to get right with my picks. My picks ain't never failed y'all.
you just stole
Don't
my
sleep
slogan.
on it. Hey, I ain't trying to go into the Jays parlays, but Alex's hot takes is hot. That's what I'm saying. Keep feeding the hot hand like we do in basketball. Keep feeding it. I told y'all from the jump, this Dodgers team, strictly from a baseball analytics point, they're starting five from the pitcher standpoint. Those are all Cy Young pitchers you got to face day in and day out. Like these are pitchers that are going to give you 7+ innings of 2-run ball games. Like it's hard to score on these dudes. And then not even breaking it down going into their lineup where every single batter is a batter that you're going to have to waste 6, 7 pitches on just because of how good they are. Like it's not you're not facing batters where okay, I might be able to sneak a high end fastball by them. Like you're facing dudes that you sneak a high end fastball, it ain't no sneaking. It's over the wall. They're trotting around the bases laughing at you. Like this is the Dodgers team you paid. Like this Dodgers team was willing to spend $1 billion this year just on their current roster alone. Like this Dodgers roster going into it, there was no team I even felt had a chance. And shout out to Toronto, shout out to Vladdy, shout out to Bo Bichette, shout out to all them boys for actually putting up a chance. Like it was a good series to watch. This was a home run heavy series, but at the end of the day, even when you go 18 innings with the team and they got to burn pitchers, like that's like 18 innings is unheard of for a baseball game, and let alone for it to be in the World Series and you having to burn pitchers to not play the rest of the series.
And
The
it was game
Dodgers are,
seven.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Dodgers are burning players that like it still doesn't matter. Like they have so much left over that you're still gonna get cooked going into it. Like when they say you're gonna face Shohei and Yoshinobu right after each other, dude, that's not even fair. Like you're gonna see two people, two Asian people throwing 100+, and let alone with some of the nastiest off speeds ever. And then you have Shohei on the other hand, who that man is the most perfect lefty swing. Like you couldn't even teach that to your kids. His swing is so perfect, so natural that like I couldn't even replicate it. So Shohei is one of those dudes. And then when you have Freddie Freeman, who shout out to the Atlanta Braves for not knowing how to actually implement talent where they need to. You have Freddie Freeman, who is Mr. Clutch, especially in the postseason. If you give that man a chance to walk it off, he's going to. Like that's like literally 1 through 9 on the Dodgers. It's a hard 1 through 9. And then pitching wise, that's a hard for your lineup to face in a 7 game series. There was no question. I truly didn't believe the Dodgers were going to take it to 7. But shout out, that's what I'm saying. Shout out to Toronto. But you got to give the Dodgers their props. Everybody's saying, oh, they're ruining baseball, paying all this extra money. Dog, is this not what the Yankees did through the entire early 2000s? When you get Giambi and everybody else, and then you offer A-Rod crazy deals, Jeter crazy deals. I mean, like it's exactly what the Yankees are doing, but the Dodgers have the talent in place to where they're going to keep winning until you have another team that's willing to spin the bag to compete against the bag. Like it's not no like I got a lot of people who are Kansas City fans. Like, yeah, small market team, right? It doesn't matter. Small market or nothing. Small baseball is one of those teams where you need more than one person. When you're facing a lineup that's got 8 plus, it doesn't matter how good your 1 to 2 people are. Like you got to be willing to spend that money. It's the same talk we've been talking about with college football, with the transfer portal. Yeah, you got coaches that don't want to do it, but when you actually get into it and you start getting the good talent, then your team starts shooting up. I mean, we're seeing that firsthand with Indiana right now. Like Indiana is tearing up the college football world, and that team is transfers out the wazoo. Same thing with the SEC right now. SEC players are jumping ship drastically and going to other conferences and showing out. Like you got to play that game to win. And the Dodgers are just that team that they're building the farm system, they're building the in-house system. They're just willing to spend the money, and look what the end result is. They're winning back to back. This hasn't happened in gosh a while, especially in pro sports. Like the last true back to back is what, Braun in sports. Like we had Braun, since Tom Brady's gone, everybody like it's literally for a team to go back to back in today's era. Oh yeah, you're working.
Golden State.
Like yeah, like you're moving right. You're moving in the right direction. Like, and even if I was their owners, I mean, you have Munataka, who's a catcher from Japan, who's becoming free agent this year. You have Tariq Skubal, who's becoming a free agent. You have Shota Manga from the Cubs, who's announced he's going to become a free agent as well. Like, that's right in the Dodgers' wheelhouse. I mean, when you have a player like Shohei, who's generational talent as all get out, and he's willing to defer $70 million a year, like that's a lot of cap space for you to get the people in order to make things happen. And when you got all these good prospects that all want to play in LA, dog, I wouldn't be shocked if the Dodgers three-peat. And that's a bold statement, I promise you. But if the Dodgers don't make any significant change, they're three-peating again. There's not another team that can compete with that lineup.
That's what I've been hearing too about Shodi Imanaga. I don't know how to say his name, the pitcher from the Cubs, but
Mhm.
they're saying he might potentially go to the Dodgers too. But this just shows how good the Dodgers are. I can name their 1 through 9, and I don't watch baseball. Shohei, Freddie, Max, Teoscar. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh yeah, Tommy Edmond. But
Hey,
yeah, I
don't
know
forget
like
Will
they're
Smith.
one. Yeah, Will
Don't
Smith.
forget Will Smith.
Yeah, I said Max Muncy. Like I know all these guys, and I barely watch baseball, so they just got superstars throughout their whole lineup. But yeah, Johnny, I wanted to get to you a little bit. I don't know how much you watch baseball, but who's your squad?
Bro, I don't watch a lot of baseball, but dude, one thing I do see is I see the deals that these baseball players get, like the contracts. Bro, I'm like, bro, I don't like these are like soccer. Like soccer's the biggest sport in the world, but like I think baseball is like number two for like contracts. I'm like, bro, I don't know how they're fucking getting. I don't know. Is it like the TV deals that
It's
how
the
they're able to
TV
get this much?
deals 100%.
Bro,
But everyone tries to
Mhm.
say like, oh yeah, once you get to the NBA, once you get to the NFL, like the NFL, like they still got that rule in order. Like you got to play 3 years before you can get there. NBA, you got to do one and done. Baseball is still one of those sports you can come straight out of high school, and I mean, and you see Bryce Harper a couple years ago, few hundred million, and then you see Mike Trout, few hundred million, and then you see Shohei, and Shohei got underpaid. Shohei's original contract was supposed to be like 800 million plus. And since he was hurt, I know they used it as a little antagonizing piece to get him for 700 million, which everyone says like, oh, 700 million. Like that's a lot of money. For a man to get $700 million who pitches and hits, And he's underpaid still to this point. Shohei showed us this postseason he is underpaid. And that's crazy statement for someone who's making $77 million a year. Like when you break his contract up and where he deferred 70 million, that man is only making $7 million a year. So that team around him can be better. When he's done playing, it's going to be a whole nother Bobby Bonilla situation. They are going to owe that man $70 million a year, and they're not even going to flinch about paying it. The Dodgers organization already came out and said during the entire postseason and the last half of the regular season, based on ticket sales, jersey sales, everything Shohei related, and it being extra streamed on the Asian American markets, like all that, they already made that $700 million back this year alone. Who's to say Shohei doesn't get a bonus or get an increase in his contract and be the first true billion-dollar player? And everyone acts like, oh, where's baseball get all this money? This isn't new. Like Alex Rodriguez, everyone wants to say that was Derek Jeter's team. And yes, it might have been Derek Jeter's team. Alex Rodriguez was the face of that team. That man was the one who they were willing to pay $1 billion because he was so good, but no one wants to talk about that. Baseball has had this old money, old lineage for so long that they're able to afford these players where they come out and they just give them some absurd amount of money. Like even let's look at Juan Soto last year. The Mets offered him some absurd deal for them to expect him to perform when he's in his 40s. Baseball has so much money right now, and people aren't realizing that. Everyone's pushing their kids to other sports. Baseball,
Yeah,
soccer, and
that's it.
golf
This
is
is
where
why
the
my
money is
kid,
at.
yeah, my
Right.
kid is playing baseball. We're starting Project Shohei
Oh,
immediately.
easily, dude. Easily. Like, and Shohei is such a hard person to even think about. When you have a dude at the pitcher standpoint, if Shohei were to be a strictly hitter or a strictly
Mhm.
pitcher, he would still be MVP.
A
He
demon.
would still be Cy Young. He would still be your Silver Slugger. He would still be your Triple Crown winner because that's how good this dude is. And no one's underestimating that. Everyone's like, oh, 700 million is a lot of money. No, you owe this man over $1 billion from the fact that he can pitch you 9 innings of shutout baseball or 1 run baseball, and also in the batter's box be 4 for 4 with 3 home runs. Like that's unheard of. It's literally a video game created player. It's like Wimbenyama. It's like Victor Wembanyama right now, where you have a
Hmm.
7 foot plus person who does everything on the field. Like it's the perfect aspect of every player. There's nothing you can stop. That is Shohei.
Yeah, that's true. Shohei is incredible. Honestly, like Johnny, I'm like you. I wasn't into baseball much, but Shohei, just how good of a player he is, he honestly got me into watching baseball more because people are calling him the greatest of all time already, just from what I've seen. Like he can play both sides. Like we've never seen anything like that. So yeah, if you can get me to watch baseball, that's honestly impressive. So
Like,
I
think
like
about
Shohei
the
a lot.
last person we had was what? Madison Bumgarner, who we had a pitcher batting what 250, still striking people out. And now you got a pitcher batting 300, hitting 40 home
Yeah,
runs
40 home
and
runs.
stealing bases.
Yeah,
Like, and there's no
yeah.
comparison to what bracket you can throw Shohei in. And the fact
Mm.
that he's 30 is still the craziest stat ever. Like, this
Yeah.
man
Still
is
got
in,
plenty of time.
yeah, like he's in what other leagues would consider the old age, and he is still performing. And baseball is one of those beautiful sports where you can play it till you're 40. We have positions
Mm.
built up to where you can just hit, you can just pitch. And Shohei could easily be that guy that they could turn into a DH when he's 37, 38. He could just strictly be hitting, and maybe they throw him 1 to 2 innings at the pen, and he's still going to dominate. He's still going to be worth every bit of $700 million. And there's nothing you can do about it because he's just that generational of a talent.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it just sucks because I had my receipts on the episode. I had, well, honestly, I'm proud of myself because I had the Blue Jays and the Dodgers in the World Series, and I predicted the Blue Jays to win just because I wanted to see something different. The Dodgers are too dominant, and it was a close one. I'm proud of it. Blue Jays Dodgers was my prediction for the World Series, but yeah, man, it was a great series. You said it went to what, 18 innings in Game 7,
Yeah, no, that was what game
or
five, I want to say. 5-4.
Oh, this game. I thought Game 7 went to something crazy too. But
No, Game 7 was walked off by Will Smith though. But even speaking of,
oh, okay.
even on that, even going to like our receipts on the MVP winners, what did I tell y'all? I told y'all Aaron Judge and Shohei, and look who walks away with it. Like when you have players performing at an absurdly high level that beats even the historical margins, there's nothing you can do about it. Like Aaron Judge, when we think baseball over the past 100 years, when you have a power hitter, he's batting what, 250 to 275 with a bunch of strikeouts and a lot of home runs. You have a dude like Aaron Judge who's batting over 300, over 315 even, and still doing that. And then you have a person like Shohei, who we just discussed is just unreal. Baseball is changing so drastically to the fact that like it's not even like it's like a Jordan, LeBron, Kobe era. Like you're having like one player come in and completely rock the entire league on how good they are compared to the world's top 0.5% of players.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, baseball season is honestly my favorite month. Well, it was my favorite month with October, with baseball postseason. And then obviously you got basketball starting, football starting, hockey starting. I don't watch hockey, but it's all in that same circle. And the other sport we got to discuss right now is the NFL trade deadline just passed, and it wasn't anything crazy. So we'll just touch on it a little bit. Sauce Gardner got traded to the Colts. If y'all saw that, for the Jets for I think it was 2 first-round picks, which potentially an overpay. If you see the highlights on Twitter, Sauce is getting his ankles broke already by Drake London. So yeah, we'll see how that works out.
And
And
the Jets are a dumpster fire in themselves. I don't even
yeah,
know what we can say about that organization. They're a dumpster fire. Their
it's
owner slanders
selling.
their players. I mean, they're a quarterback away from a championship, and they go pick up old washed A-Rod who can't throw a ball to a receiver. You got Brees Hall saying that he wants out now. I mean, that whole team is a dumpster fire, but somehow they're willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Sauce, who ain't really sauced out in what, 2 years now? Like, let's be
he's
real.
he's a mod. He's not Sauce.
Yeah, like let's be real.
But yeah, if I was a Jets fan, I'd have to check myself into a mental facility. I don't know how y'all watch the New York Jets year in and year out. I genuinely do not. Also, the Jets, they're completely selling. Like you said, it's a dumpster fire. They sold, I mean, not sold, they traded Quentin Williams as well to the Cowboys for Mozzie Smith. And I think it was another first round pick or 2 first-round picks. So Jerry Jones is actually alive. And I guess that's his consolation prize for Micah Parsons leaving. But yeah, Jets completely selling. They reek. They're terrible. I can't talk because I'm a Giants fan on the other side of New York. We're 2-8 right now. We didn't make any moves. But yeah, those were honestly the major NFL trade deadline moves, unless there's one I'm missing. But it's basically just the Jets saying, we got to blow it up. We got to start over.
No, and the Jets are a weird one too, just because they got all these first round picks, they got the highest upside, but
Mm-hmm.
they have the same general management the Titans do. They're gonna go draft another Zach Wilson to realize he ain't shit, and they're gonna keep going on what they're doing. And speaking
Repeat
on
the
the
cycle.
Titans, at this point, we might as well sell the team because we're gonna get the number one pick in the draft again because we suck so bad. It's not even funny. I don't know how much longer I can put up with being a fan. Like I'm trying my hardest. This
They
has
need
been a
to sell
lot of
the
years of
move the
sorrow.
Titans to Vancouver or something.
Dude, like get
Las
us out of
Vegas.
America. I'm convinced America's our problem. Like we don't even care about the Titans anymore. Send us to
Yeah.
Mexico. Like let us get some funding from another country. Like maybe we'll
Oh
turn
god,
something
the
around.
the
Like
Cancun Titans.
back.
Uh,
And
Hey,
maybe we might actually
move them to
sell out a
Johnson City.
stadium more than 50% capacity, like
my god, yeah. Those boys. Sorry, but yeah, they got the first pick again, and yeah. I just want to
Move,
touch on the trades a little
move,
bit. JV, Johnny, y'all got anything?
move them to Johnson City. 'Cause- move 'em 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 to Johnson City.
yeah,
The Johnson City Titans.
Dude, I bet you they
Huh.
outsell what they do in Nashville.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, man. Make them want to make them move. Make them want to move to a bigger market.
Johnson City, a bigger market than Nashville.
Yeah, dude, I think Nashville's so fed up with the Titans. I feel like they're done. They like,
Yeah.
nah. We don't even need Tennessee. Don't even need to claim them anymore. Y'all can take them to whatever city. We done.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, be playing out there with the Doughboys.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, boys need to be relegated. But yeah, man. I just want to touch on that a little bit. The NFL trade deadline wasn't super crazy, nothing like the NBA for sure. But transitioning to the next topic, I wanted to bring this up because Johnny, I feel like this is your strong suit, which is the UFC betting scandal. I'm sure you've heard of it a little bit.
Yeah, man, I was reading up all it. Dude, it's honestly, I can't say I'm surprised, man. These UFC fighters are getting paid almost nothing. Of course, they're gonna be betting on the side, dude. Uh, you gotta think like for them to like get a good payday. Okay, well, let's say the average UFC fighter, right? So not John Jones, not Conor McGregor, not Nate Diaz, right? The average UFC fighter, bro. They're walking in, they're making 20K to show up to the fight. 20K if they win, bro. If they win. If they lose, they're only getting that 20K. And if you're a UFC fighter, you'll fight 2 or 3 times a year, If you don't get any injuries, that's like if you win. If you get fucked up, you're probably gonna take a year off or something. But if you win, you're you get luckily you get 2 3 fights. Dude, you're making 40, like 60K, bro. That's like an average salary. So I can't even say that I'm surprised that these UFC fighters were um doing these. Now, some of these sounded like more like extortions, like people were getting extorted and were being told you better take this loss, because I put this money on you, and I'm gonna give you a payout of what I make. So some fighters it sounds like they were being exploited, and some of them it sounds like it was a choice. But I can't say I'm surprised when baseball players are getting making like 100 times what these guys are making, and UFC fighters are losing the brain cells and they're breaking their nose. You know, can you really blame them? You know.
Yeah, that's a hustle I
Yeah.
respect. You get in the ring for 60,000. Well, you said 20,000.
Dude, 20,000 if you show up, 20,000 win. Average UFC fighter. Now, like Conor McGregor is like they're like exceptions. They're making millions, but average UFC fighter makes 20K to show, 20K to win.
Yeah, like
That's
not
what
the
I'm
Conor
saying.
McGregor's,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah,
Izzy Adesanyas.
yeah. I'm talking about like the undercard. Like the first,
Yeah,
like everybody but the last 3 fights. That's what they're making most likely.
Like, think about it. Like, I'll hop in a ring with anybody. Like a boxing ring, anybody. Ain't nobody scaring me in there. But to hop into a UFC cage where dudes just throwing their legs at you, like like you're walking away broken. Like it ain't like you got padded gloves. Like you're facing fists. Like you're bleeding. Like and they don't even clean up the mat in between fights. Like the final fight is covered in blood, dude. And you're out there making nothing. Yeah, I don't blame
Yeah.
them one bit. I'm doing the same thing.
Dude, there was a video of I don't know if y'all know this fighter, Bryce Mitchell, and he's a well-known fighter, but he like fucked up his nose. It was like all fucked up, all broken, during training. And he posted on Twitter like, "Hey man, I just got my nose broken. Is there any doctors that can help me? I can't afford it. Like, please just reach out to me. Can anybody do it to me for free?" That's a UFC fighter, and apparently his insurance didn't cover it that the UFC provides because he wasn't under a contract for a fight. So if you're not scheduled for a fight, bro, you don't even have insurance. So and that's how you and to train, they gotta do all that stuff, before they fight. They gotta throw those kicks, get choked, and they're not even insured. So
Oh
it's just
yeah.
sad, bro.
Oh yeah, and you wonder why all these people are mad at Dana, and everyone wants to give Dana the top of the world. But like Dana, at the end of the day, you have a responsibility to all these dudes, and all these dudes are making nothing, and you're walking away even on your little fights with millions of dollars profit in your hand due to like every side bet, every hustle you put together. Like you built this crowd to watch some no-name people, and you're gonna use that as I got all these people here to watch you. So I'm gonna pay you here. Here's your little cut of 20K. And yet yet alone I walked away with 10 mil. Like at the end of the day. Like it's like unless you're to the McGregor point and everyone's like, oh yeah, like McGregor made 20 mil on this fight. Yeah, and Dana still made profit off of all the other fights. Like
Mhm.
like it fighting is such a weird one because the house always wins in boxing. Like you've
Well,
seen it with Floyd, you've seen it with Muhammad, you've seen it with every top fighter. Like the house always
yeah,
wins. Like they're always gonna make sure they get paid before the fighter who's
for
actually
sure.
putting their body on the line.
One thing too about fighting, there's like a pride element to it too, because like in no other sport do they say, oh, he's just doing it for the money. Well, I guess sometimes, right? Like if a player moves from like a team to team, they're like, oh, he did it for the money, not for legacy. But in fighting, it's like that on steroids. Like you're not supposed to fight for money in boxing. Right? It's looked at in a bad way. So like for example, Muhammad Ali is one of the most prized fighters. Like he during his time was making a hell of a lot of money. Like back then it was just a few million, but back then a few million went a lot farther than it does now. Um, so when fighters ask for like more money nowadays and stuff, people are like, "Oh, why do you want more money? You know, you shouldn't fight about money. It's not about money. It's about legacy." But you don't hear about that. Like, so I want to ask y'all that. Like, why do you think that it's like a? Is that like a? Why do y'all think that is psychologically that in fighting it's cliche for fighters to ask for more money, but like in basketball or like in the NBA and the MLB, that's not very like that's not a bad thing to do. That's like a bit it's like a smart move in those sports. But in fighting, it's a bad look.
I think fighting it's a weird aspect. I think fighting it's the fighters are like we are putting our actual bodies on the line, unlike these other sports. Not saying the other sports aren't, but fighting directly, like you're putting your body, like the amount of damage you cause someone else and the amount of damage done to you is what determines whether you win or lose, whether you get paid or I think when it comes to fighting, you have those aspects of like, yes, it can be for the money, but you have to grind to that point. Like even let's take it back to the Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul fight, where at the end of the fight, all Floyd says is it was legal bank robbery. Like, because he know he got paid nine figures to just go the distance. He wasn't evading punches, he wasn't taking punches, he wasn't giving punches. He was like, I know I get paid if I go the full distance. But Floyd was what, 50 at that time? Like he had to work his entire career to get to that point where he could finally make money. Like boxing is one of those sports where it's hard. Like how much you're willing to give to the sport is how much screen time they're willing to give you. But as soon as you get broken and battered, which it's gonna happen, it's like you're an NFL running back on steroids. You're gonna get broken and battered, and they're gonna kick you to the side. Like even look at this Mike Tyson fight. Like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. That First of all, Mike Tyson should have never taken a fight against Jake Paul. You shouldn't be that broke to go and fight Jake Paul. Number two, I don't care who Jake Paul is, you should never lose that fight, right? That's rigged as all get out. And the fact that Vegas knew what was going on, and the fact that Mike Tyson was ever underdogged against a dude who is not a true fighter, it's some nonsense, right? Like right off the bat, like you knew this fight, there's something going on. And the fact that Mike Tyson wanted to be a punching bag and not throw a punch, like if boxing would pay like every other sport, like you said, there would be no reason to be having these cliche fights or these fights where they're fighting for money. Like just back to the sport, like pay everybody what they're worth, and it's a true sport as it should be. Like that's why, in a way, like I can somewhat be biased when it comes to golf, but like golf is one of those sports. Like you can have the best player in the world. You can have your Tiger Woods, your Scotty Scheffler. They're gonna go out and perform great, but no one in golf performs great every single time. Like everyone's gonna lose. Everyone's gonna be humble, but they're all still getting paid in golf. Yes, it's hard to get there, like it is in other sports, but it's not like boxing where it's like even with Manny Pacquiao in that Floyd fight, that was Pacquiao's biggest payout, and he lost. Like he got paid essentially a giant bag to lose just to protect Floyd's legacy. Like it's kind of one of those things. And boxing is a weird one where it's how much buzz can we get for two names and how much money can we raise and then how little can we pay them, but yet still make our money.
Yeah, I think there's a weird stigma surrounding it, just fighting in general as a sport. And it kind of reminds me of the NCAA in a way, how they exploit these athletes for, their talent and TV ratings, et cetera, but they're not the beneficiaries of it but the NCAA, they're making all the profit essentially.
That's a perfect example, bro. Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure, for sure. And yeah, there's something else I had while Alex was talking. It just left me, left me. I forgot what he was talking about. He was talking about Dana White or something. Yeah, I just spaced for a second, but yeah, that would be my comparison right there. JV, did you have anything while I'm thinking?
Um, I just think I thought no, you talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I thought why can't Mike win that fight?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Mike was a geriatric. There was no reason. No
Why
reason.
can't why can't he
I
win?
don't.
Like he's
Like, there's
probably the
no reason a
greatest.
man that old should be fighting a dude that
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
young.
yeah, yeah.
There's never a stance in someone that decorated. That's part of my biggest frustration for this Tank Davis Jake Paul fight, which we're gonna get into. But it's like
It
you
got
have
canceled.
someone like, yeah, but you have someone like Tank, who is directly under Floyd, who is undefeated, who is willing to step in the ring with this non-boxer who has been fighting for money and views for years now.
Are
He's
we
been
sure he's still
fighting.
a non-boxer at this point?
Dude, I feel like we can't say Jake Paul's a boxer. I mean, Jonathan, I'll take your opinion on this, but I feel like when you're fighting washed up dudes and half of them aren't even true boxers, some of them are MMA fighters, like,
Mm-hmm.
can we really call you a true boxer to this point? Like, yes, you're bringing buzz, you're bringing money, you're bringing the attention, the lights to you, but can we call you a true boxer? Like
Well,
you didn't fight all the preliminary fights to come up to where you are. You straight went into a mainstream fight against a big name who was washed up by the time you fought him. Like, I hope this 20-year-old kid can be a 50-year-old man. Like, I surely hope that when I'm at the point where I'm like almost 30, that I can go beat up a 60-year-old man. You know, like if I get knocked up by a 60-year-old man when I'm almost 30, like that what does that say about me? You know,
yeah.
No, I don't think it's that simple. Like if Mike Tyson wanted to fight right now, I'd say you got it, bro. Like I'm not trying to fight you yet.
that's what I'm saying. See, we saw all those videos of Mike training for years. Like Mike still had it, but Mike training and Mike in that fight were two different people. Mike, he didn't throw punches. That's what I'm saying. Like he did not throw punches that entire fight. He was literally
Old
Because
man
he
got
because
tired.
he knew he because they knew he would have killed that white boy if he threw one for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like how underpaid are boxers to the point where you have to do a fight with an ex YouTuber to make a crap ton of money. Like let's be honest. Like that boy Mike was sitting here like biting his fucking gloves the whole fucking fight, like not throwing a punch. Like dude, if someone hits me in my face, you think I'm gonna bite my glove? No, I'm gonna hit you back. Like that was stupid.
And Johnny,
That was
I
the
want your
yeah.
take on it. I want your take on it. Like I know Jake Paul, he's an entertainer. Like that's how he came up. But obviously, you see him putting the work in between each fight. So do you think there's some type of legitimacy to it, or is it all just for views?
I think it's tough, bro. I kind of do agree with Alex that he doesn't have what you call like he doesn't have like good principles behind what he's doing because, dude, why are you fighting retired MMA fighters? And the thing is, we saw when he actually fought like a boxer his weight, Tommy Fury was his name,
Yeah.
dude. Tommy Fury is like a freaking nobody. Like before the Jake Paul fight, nobody even knew who he was. And Alex is right, dude. Like Jake didn't have an amateur boxing background. He also does like a lot of antics and like a lot of like I guess he tries to get in there in the other fighters' heads a lot, and so it brings a lot of attention to the sport, which is good because he does promote a lot of women boxers who were never getting any money at all before the whole Jake Paul before Jake started fighting. So it's good for the women that he's kind of like bringing up with them. But at the same time, dude, you gotta freaking if you're in a sport like boxing, it's about it's like a spiritual journey, bro, in a way, because you learn so much about yourself in that ring. You kind of get I don't know if you ever heard the term like you kind of give a part of yourself to the ring, you never get it back, just because it's a sport where you got to just dedicate yourself to the point to where you either lose or you learn. And Jake's just fucking exploiting these fighters that need the money, they just want a quick paycheck. using her name for the views, the money. And what can we say about Jake? We're still asking him the same questions each time he has a fight. We're still asking the same questions. Is Jake is Jake a good fighter or not? We still don't know. We still don't know because all the fights he's had, they're just like we don't know. It doesn't answer the question. It's not proof in the pudding.
And that
Um,
goes back to your question, what you were saying about like how boxers should they feel shame about asking for more money? Like the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, like these are like the top 1% of athletes. Like they work their entire life to get to this league. Like the NBA, for example, there's only 450 players in the association. Like you have to
mhm,
work to get to that point. You can't just be an entertainer. Like somebody, I
yeah,
don't know, Justin Bieber say, I want to be in the league right now, get some views
yeah,
just
exactly.
for, yeah, like Jake Paul, he can do that. So I think that's another reason why the stigma is surrounded around
Yeah,
boxing is because of
and,
Jake Paul. He didn't
and
work to
it's
get to
okay.
that point.
Yeah, bro, and it's okay if retired fighters retired fighters, bro. Like y'all have the same thing in the NBA. Like you have the big three, right? It's retired fighter, or it is retired basketball players, right? That
Yeah,
Wait,
that play in that
Sometimes
league.
most of them, yeah.
well, you
yeah,
said that
because
play
Yeah,
in the league?
and the big three, and the
yeah,
big three.
because
Oh, the
it's
big
like
three.
Mike
Yeah,
Bibby and all them. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So I mean that's okay, bro. Like it's
yeah,
because it's similar skill levels, so you kind of can see, oh, who still got it, who doesn't. But dude,
mm.
Jake Paul, 26, 27 in his prime, fighting a freaking. Yeah, I wanted to see that fight against Gervonta just because I knew. Honestly, I thought Gervonta had that shit in the bag. Honestly, bro, he was gonna piece him up.
dude. I've told people this for weeks now. Tank, if that fight would have been Tank would have packed him up in
Uh,
3 rounds max. It wouldn't even
yeah,
been funny. Like Tank's that dude where like I don't think he's broke enough, and I think he's still hungry enough to be like,
dude.
you're not messing up my unbroken record for your
Yeah,
Mhm.
views and your money. Like I'm gonna give
yeah,
you the bag. Like Tank is that dude who's always been small. He's got the short reach, but he's the dude like he's like real life Rocky Balboa. Like he's the type to you're gonna give him three and he's gonna give you one that matters. Like he's the
mhm,
type to take all those hits and then all of a sudden give you an uppercut that you have never seen before and it's gonna hurt. Like Jake
It's a
Paul,
bulldog.
yeah, Jake Paul is not that dude. Like, and I just like I try really hard to respect the hustle he's got. I just can't. He reminds me of like legit like he's been watching Rocky movies and that's his dream. Like he is Apollo Creed in the first Rocky. He's just trying to promote some nobody to try to get in the ring with him and make his bag. It just he ain't fighting Rocky. Like he ain't fighting no one that's actually gonna give him the time of day. But like as soon as he would have fought Tank, dude, there's no telling. Like that's why I was like there's no way Tank is not broke. Like Tank is the money team. He's with Floyd. Like Tank's got money. Money is not the issue. Yeah, he might have legal troubles, but what boxer doesn't? Like, let's be real. What boxer doesn't maybe let the fist fly when it shouldn't, right? Like, let's be real. But at the end of the day, Tank is not losing to Jake Paul like Mike Tyson did that bad and not throwing punches. Like Tank is gonna throw his punches and he's gonna try to take his head off. Like, there's no reason Jake Paul, like, even when I saw the headline, Jake Paul versus Javante Tank Davis, like, you got a dude who ain't even got a nickname versus Tank Davis. Like, come on, a dude who's got a nickname, like, it goes back to the fact that he ain't earned nothing. Like, there's no gold glove, there's nothing attached to him. Like, Jake Paul, like, when you headline every fight with Jake Paul, it's gonna be Jake Paul. Anybody else, you're gonna have Floyd, the Money Mayweather, Javante, the Tank Davis. Like you're gonna have like Iron Mike Tyson. Like you're gonna have people who have actually earned this through blood, grit, strength, passion, just fighting for it. Like you don't have that with Jake Paul, and that's I think in a way that boxing's letting him actually conform to this and just to sell tickets and put butts in the seats. Like in a way, it's kind of ruining the sport in a sense. Like you want to see these good fights, but when you're having him fight, like Jonathan said, these washed up fighters, it's not worth it. It's not watch me like we have watched how many Jake Paul fights to this point been like, why is nobody knocked him out yet? Why is nobody not even landing a punch on him yet? He is not like he's a super technical fighter like Floyd who just can't be hit. He's not. He just I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's rigged, but I'm not gonna say it's not. That's the easiest way to put it.
I want to see Jake Paul versus Javion Hall.
dude. I'm putting
The title
I'm
card.
going to the bank and I'm pulling out $1 million for a loan and I'm putting it on JV. That's all I'm saying.
You better keep your money, pal.
I know you ain't taking the money to lose to Jake Paul. Like I'm putting $1 million on you right now.
Listen, I don't even know. I don't even know how to box properly. If it was UFC, if it was UFC, I could probably do it since everything goes. I can use my legs, and everything.
Dude, Jake don't know how to fight properly either. Come on now.
Wait, you say you could kill Michael Myers, but you scared of Jake Paul? I need an explanation.
I'm not scared of him. Hell
You
no.
say you can't beat Jake
I,
Paul.
I could, but well, I ain't gonna say I could because Jake Paul is an actual real person. Michael Myers is not real. Thank you.
As soon as I see him smile at me, I'd hear that Team 10 song in the background and I'd hit that boy with the hardest right hook ever. Send him to the floor. I promise.
Hey Johnny, you box, don't you?
Yeah, I boxed, bro. I had a few fights. I had three. Yeah, bro. I mean, boxing is it's a tough sport, but it's like any sport, you know, if you just know the right techniques and stuff, you'll it's not like you got your own habits for everything. Just like in every sport, the certain techniques to throw things and protect yourself. It's the same in boxing, you know. Like taking a hit, you're not just gonna. The point of boxing is you don't get hit. You know, you hit and don't get hit. So people
Yeah.
think that you say you're a boxer that they picture somebody just like constantly getting their head snapped back, but it's really a sweet science. It's really for a thinking man. Boxing is really a thinking man sport because you know, the tough guy gets hurt, but the smart man, those are the ones that win. The smartest fighters are the ones that have been the best, bro.
Yeah, when I think boxing, I immediately think of like Muhammad Ali when he dodged
Goat.
the punches, and I forgot how many punches it was, like 17 punches in 20 seconds or something like that. It was something
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, yeah, he was one of
Yeah.
the smartest fighters, bro. He was like the first one to like. Well, I want to say the first one. There was like other smart fighters, but he was really smart, bro, because he wasn't like standing and banging with like a lot of these guys that were standing and banging, like Joe Frazier.
Hmm.
Like he was less like, I'ma sting you. You know, it's like move like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Right.
Yeah, I love his poems and stuff, bro. I love going every now and then and watching an old Muhammad Ali interview. They get you so pumped up, bro. There's nobody. Muhammad Ali's the GOAT, bro, of any sport to me, just because his what he represented to like the community, bro. It was so like unprecedented, bro. Like there was nobody before him that talked shit, you know, and to especially to the white man, nobody did that in sports before Muhammad Ali.
And backed it up.
I backed it up, dude. There was one guy, bro. There was another boxer too that he talked a lot of shit back in like the old, like way before Muhammad Ali. I'm talking like 60 years before Ali,
Hmm.
and I think it was right after like slavery was abolished, and he beat up like these racist. There was this white guy he was fighting. There was a whole bunch of like racist like white people in the crowd, and he beat the guy so bad. I'm trying to remember his name, bro. Um, Jack something. But he beat him so bad, bro, and they like chased him out of the fucking ring after he beat him. It was a pro fight. It was I gotta remember the name so I can tell you.
Well, you say he got chased by the KKK.
But yeah, pretty much, bro. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, here, let me pick your brain on this,
That's
Jonathan. From a
nuts.
fighter standpoint, best technical fighter would it not be Floyd Mayweather? Forget the record, forget that, right?
Yeah,
Let's go to Floyd's tactics, right? Floyd, if you watch Floyd's fights, first 3 rounds, he ain't throwing punches. He's throwing straight jabs and he's seeing how you move to a jab in each position, right?
It's
yeah,
calculated.
Outside of that, like Floyd is literally considered a ghost because they say you can't hit him after 3 rounds. Like after 3 rounds, that
yeah,
man has figured you out your boxing technique and you're
yeah.
not touching him. And it's not like Floyd's gonna knock you out. Like I get in the ring all day to go the distance with Floyd. I know he's not gonna knock me out, but I'm never gonna touch him, and he's gonna keep peppering me up with jabs the entire time. Like
If you
Floyd,
wash your
I
face
think
like that,
yeah, like not even not even messing with anything. Floyd is the best, I think, in my opinion, the best technical fighter. The fact that Floyd is the type to lean in and be like, hit me, and then know you're gonna boom,
Yeah.
bam, you got hit with a jab, like right after. It's like, oh,
Uh,
like Floyd is one of those dudes.
I
Dude,
hope you know that clip is going on TikTok. What you just said.
Hey, and I stand by it too.
He
I
said
stand by
Floyd
it.
would not knock me out.
Not on the heart. No, no way.
dude, I
No
used
way.
to think Floyd was the most technical fighter until recently, bro. And it's changed, bro. It's Terrence Crawford, bro. He's the most technical fighter, bro. He's got to be,
That's a
bro,
good choice. That's a good
because
choice.
he's a switch hitter, bro. Like that's like unseen before in boxing to be a switch hitter that fucking good. There's a lot of switch hitters in the MMA that are really good. With Terrence Crawford, bro, he can hit you with southpaw or orthodox, bro. You don't understand, like
The
that
machine.
is fucking that's impossible, bro. In boxing, they always tell
Oh
you like
yeah.
first lesson, they tell you stay in your stance and don't switch stances at all. You know, perfect your stance. Like for example, I was orthodox, so I stand like this. If you're southpaw, you stand like this. Terrence Crawford could fuck you up from both sides just as well. Like he's not better on one side than the other. He's just as good on each side, and he'll back up. He'll like walk backwards, hit you like this, switch stances, boom, 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 bro. It's so fucking. And I mean, he's solid defensively too. But bro, being a switch hitter, that's like the most dangerous arsenal you could have. It's bro,
All
like
right, let's take
yeah,
it back
it's
to the
amazing.
prime. Terrence Crawford right now, right? In the
Okay,
prime.
Mm.
Floyd Mayweather in the prime, right? Playing
Terrence,
with him. You
Terrence,
still taking
Yeah,
TC?
Terrence over
Yeah,
Floyd.
yeah. Floyd is my second GOAT of all time, but Terrence number one. And recently because he beat Canelo. Because like before, I thought he was great. I always thought he was great, but like, dude, I didn't know he could do that to Canelo, bro. Canelo is my guy, you know. But damn, yeah, you gotta tip your hat to that guy. That's GOAT level shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
facts, facts.
and I feel like Terrence
Shout out to
challenged
that
himself
fight.
more than I feel like Terrence challenged himself more than Floyd. I mean Floyd challenged himself, but he was a little bit more like strategic with his picking and stuff. Terrence has always been like, just give me the best. Like Errol Spence, bro, he fucked him up so bad, and that was supposed to be the guy that was gonna
Mm.
fuck him up was Errol Spence, and bro, it was like two whole different levels.
But see, that goes back to the fighter should be paid more aspect because with Floyd being at the top of his game, being able to have that ability to pick and choose, why would I for the same amount of money, why would I pick someone who potentially could beat me? It's that
Dude,
same weird concept, because it's
yeah,
like, but
exactly.
I feel like if you had Floyd at the same stage Terrence Crawford was in trying to prove himself, imagine we saw a super technical Floyd because we never really had to see Floyd get super technical
Mhm.
because his technical level at base was already better than every fighter he would ever fight. Like
For
imagine we
sure.
actually saw someone test that. Like we all thought Pacquiao was going to test that, and man, Pacquiao got his ass packed up. If I'm being honest, like that.
Yeah, bro. Dude.
Should like it
Yeah.
was one of those like when you like and that was the first fight I'd say Floyd was truly like in training and everything was tested for someone that's like going to be just as technical as you are how to hit them. Imagine he was tested on more than just that fight on just multiple fights just to get like even say let's say 15 fights out of his career where he was tested like that. Imagine the Floyd versus that fight versus Terrence Crawford. You still going with TC?
Oh, bro. That's tough, bro, because Floyd is the GOAT. I mean, too, he's a GOAT too. And like I said, for the longest time, I thought that, but maybe it's just recency bias because that does play a factor. Like where Terrence Crawford just won so recently, and he's still in his prime. He's still not done yet either. So I mean, we could see him lose, and then I'll be able to tell you like, hey, I saw. Let's say he rematches against Canelo. Canelo fucks him up the second fight. Then I'll be like, okay, bro. Well, Floyd wouldn't have lost in that way, and my opinion would change. But as of right now, bro, the way he looked in that last fight, I just don't see Floyd beating him just because of the one for one, the power he has, his timing, his he's not really like a slip and move type defensive fighter, but he's very smart in like blocking. It's called the pick and block. So like he blocks and then throws something. So as soon as you hit him, he's already, he knows you're gonna hit him and he throws something to counteract that. And that takes like a very specific training to be able to do that. So that makes him dangerous. And he's just a mean dude, bro. He's just a mean dude. Like I don't feel like Floyd isn't as he's a I mean Floyd's not as mean of a guy as Terrence. I feel like Terrence would like he's got that dog in him, that I feel like Floyd has, but Terrence is on
That hunger.
another level. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you're a boxer. The only experience I had boxing is on Wii Sports.
That game was lit. I love that game.
It
Same.
was, it was a bang. It was a workout
Yeah.
too. I was sweating after 9 rounds. It was legit for sure. But yeah, just to wrap up the boxing topic, I know that. So yeah, let's go back through it. So Jake Paul with Nate Diaz, is this like a replacement for Tank?
Yeah, I heard that didn't go through though. So I think they're just gonna cancel the event overall. Um, I don't know why it didn't go through, but I guess some like UFC politics or something. They didn't let the fight get pushed through. Um,
So
but
he's not.
Nate would, yeah, he's not fighting him. I don't think anymore. That's the last thing I read. But Nate was down. Nate was down 100%. Jake even
Oh,
tweeted
okay.
out, "Hey, props to Nate. He really wanted to do it, but it's not gonna happen."
Gotcha.
Dude,
Yeah, I thought that rematch was
it's
happening.
a weird thing. It's like what we said before. It's a hard reason putting up your record for a professional fight that's going to count against your record,
Mhm.
knowing it's strictly entertainment.
Yeah,
Like, that's
Unless it's
hard.
just a exhibition, like Floyd and Jake was the exhibition technically, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
So it
I think
doesn't
Jake was
count.
gonna win anyways. Yeah, nobody really wanted to see that again. I was disappointed with the first one. I thought Nate was gonna win the first time, but Nate was his boxing is kind of sloppy.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's like Jake Paul won't have my respect until he goes for the crown in the boxing world. Like, quit fighting people who aren't boxers. Quit fighting people who are double your age. Like, fight the dude who's on top. And if
Yeah.
even if you lose, as long as you can hold your own, I will never say you're not a boxer again. But I just
Mhm.
don't think he can do it. I think as soon as he gets into a ring with someone who's actually hungry, who's at that point defending their shot at changing their grandkids life life, no, I don't think he's ready. I think he
Yeah,
gets packed up real quick.
yeah. I think it's inspired a lot of like BS in the fight industry too, because now you got like redneck brawl and like all this other stuff, bro. And people will pay $50 to watch these people who are so inexperienced fight,
Mhm.
and then they won't pay to see like an actual professional, local professional fight. It's like, dude. So it's kind of just made it kind of cliche, and it's created it. It's giving money to people who shouldn't be getting money from the sport. People who've actually dedicated their life to it. They're not getting paid, but these people who have turned it into a show. And
Yeah,
everybody who I talk to who's gone to these like gimmick fights, they always leave like, man, I really shouldn't pay for that. It wasn't as entertaining as I thought it would be. But if you go to like a real
yeah,
professional fight, you won't get that same feeling. That's what people I think kind of miss.
yeah. It's even I don't know who was it Face Jarvis or something that Floyd might have sparred with the other day. And they had full headgear on, and Jarvis has been training under like some of the biggest boxing names, and he hopped in the ring with Floyd. And that boy, I don't even think he landed a punch. Every punch he threw, Floyd packed him up with a three-piece combo right after. Like it was one of those where Floyd was laughing. He's like, watch this. And he throw a punch and boom, sweep, pop, pop, pop. And it was like dude was
Bob and
playing a
Weave.
game. Yeah, like dude was playing a game. And it was like
Yeah,
this is what happens when you let all the entertainers into the boxing world. Like a lot of these true fighters that we've seen for years be true fighters that are taking these Jake Paul fights, they're
yeah,
washed. They're done.
yeah,
You take a true fighter who's in that prime of ready, like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
yeah,
Jake Paul doesn't stand a chance, dude. Like, it's
yeah,
a first round knockout. They sold all these tickets for what? For him to cry,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Or even like
Jake
when he
should.
had the nonsense after the Floyd fight with his brother when he said, my brother just beat Floyd Mayweather. Man, like when that comment alone
No
came out,
way.
I was high. I was like, dude, first of all, Floyd was toying. And second of all, your brother still didn't hit Floyd the whole flight. Like what is we
Yeah,
talking about? Like he didn't hit him. Floyd is
yeah,
still a ghost. He ain't gonna hop into the ring and not get hit. Like and get hit. Like Floyd is gonna make sure like he's done his entire career, whether it's $1 million on the line, 50,000, 500 million. Like Floyd is not getting hit. That is not what his whole MO is. He's not,
yeah.
you're not touching him.
Logan boxed once and hung it up.
He really
Yes.
did.
Yeah, it was
Because what
raps.
was it? When you lose to a
He
dude
did give him
named
props after the
KSI,
fight.
who a boxer, like when that dude giving you the work,
Yeah,
yeah, you gotta fight him, man.
KSI. Yeah.
Yeah, go back to making drinks, dude. Go back to making energy drink. Come on.
Oh man. But yeah, before we transition into our final topic for the night, we got to do Jay's parlays for this upcoming week. You either get right or you get left.
Get left. Yes, sir.
You got it. Yes, sir. All right. We got a few picks for college football Saturday coming up this week. We got my Florida Gators against the Ole Miss Rebels. This is a funny situation because Florida wants Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's at home. We should lose this game by 50. Easy. Give me Ole Miss money line. Lane Kiffin's going to prove a point. DJ Lagway is going to be in Oxford next year. It's a dumpster fire. I'm done with the Florida Gators. You heard it here first.
Oxford, like Oxford in
Hey,
England.
Oxford,
hey,
Mississippi.
if he didn't see DJ Lagway throw this many picks, I bet you Jay would be really reasonable. Be like, I'll take the spread. But since he saw how his Gators
No,
performed this past week, I think he's like, nah.
no. Yeah, Lane Kiffin, I feel like he's going to prove a point in this game. We should lose by 40, 50. Easy. I'm done. We just got blown out by Kentucky. That should not happen.
Oh, this is his money run right here. He's gonna be like, y'all want to give me 10 mil a year? I'm gonna show y'all why y'all owe me 25.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's going to beat us by 50. I'll wake up the next morning. I see a notification, Lane Kiffin extension with Ole Miss. He's going to be petty. Some petty is going to happen like that, I swear. But yeah, Florida is done. Gators are done. I might not watch another game this season. Next pick, we got Michigan and Northwestern. It's a 11 a.m. game. Well, for my Nashville time, noon game. It's an early game. I think Northwestern covers the 10-point spread on that one. Next, we got Notre Dame and Pittsburgh. That's another noon game. I think, bro, these noon games are trippy. These noon games, they will trip you up. Those are trap games. So I think Pittsburgh will also cover 10.5 against Notre Dame in that game. And lastly, let's go with easy pick. I got Bama over Oklahoma, game of the week, number 12 versus number 4. Alabama money line. But Oklahoma will probably win somehow. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, Oklahoma money line, that's what I got for the lays this week. Let's do it.
solid. That's solid.
Yes, sir.
That's solid. I think
This is week.
Bama's been slept on. After that Florida State loss, everyone tried to count Bama out. I tried to tell everybody Bama's still Bama. No saving or not, that whole environment of being a Bama football player has been instilled now for decades. Coming from what was it, Bear Bryant before him?
Yeah. And how the hell did Florida State beat Alabama? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Dude, for FSU at the start of this year was hot. I don't know what's happened since then. Same thing I can say with Miami because we don't know how to close out a season. We want to lose to schools that aren't even ranked. I mean, that's a whole nother topic, but FSU
Yeah, that's for another
they
day.
start off this year like they were back in blood. And that game had a lot of hype up to it. And I think Bama just walked into it like it's
Sleepwalking.
FSU from last year. And then when they were like, oh shoot, this is FSU from 2 years ago, it's too late to turn it on now. I think that was what happened with that band.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You got any college basketball parlays?
I do not.
But I will say
I got some next week.
coming up. I will say coming up, Kentucky at Louisville, just a game to keep an eye on for college basketball.
Who you got?
Might have to go with Kentucky.
That's solid. Hey, don't count out them Tar Heels. I know we still struggling, but we gonna get back. We gonna win another chip. We gonna win another March Madness. Don't you worry.
And AJ
Shout out to
DeVita
Kansas.
is-
How you like that, Jay? How you like that belt to Kansas? How you like that? I had to break
Man.
that up. How you like that?
Man, this is the first time North Carolina's beat Kansas since 1980.
Hey, how you like
Telling
that?
me.
Though? It was nice, wasn't it?
Telling me. Yeah. Bro, we don't have anybody on the team except Darren Peterson and Fry Cooks.
Hey,
Hey,
don't
Darren
try
Peterson might be
to
a
belittle
top
our
draft
win.
pick.
Yeah, Darren Peterson is a monster, but rest of the team ain't it.
But AJ Devansa, he might be a top pick. He's been looking good.
He'll be the pick, number one pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Alex, I'll let you get into the last two topics for Johnny.
All right, Johnny, we've been doing this new segment, a little blind rank, kind of just a random topic we kind of think of. We were gonna go with a little bit of Nipsey, but I'll touch that in a little bit. But we decided to go with Kanye albums. You know, old Ye to new Ye, blind rank 1 through 5, and then afterwards we'll give you the chance to remodify your list, kind of make it how you want it.
Okay. So
But
I start with 5 and go back, or
you can start with I'm gonna give you 5 different albums, and you
okay,
rank
okay.
them 1 through 5, and you just put them where you want them.
All right.
So
Without
number
knowing what's
one,
coming next.
yeah, number one is the album that's got Stronger, Good Life, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Flashing Lights, right? I'm gonna go with Graduation by Kanye.
Number 1.
Ooh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
that was a lot higher than I expected. All right. Number 2, we're going with the one that's got you All Falls Down, Jesus Walks. You know, we're gonna go with College Dropout.
Damn, you would say that right away. Damn.
4 for me.
4. I would say so too, actually.
That's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. The fact y'all putting that for is wild. All right. All right. Number 3, we're going with Yeezus. You know, you got Black Skinhead, New Slaves, Blood on the Leaves.
5.
Dang.
I hate that album, bro. It's not for me.
Dang. All right, all right.
Dang.
Let me peek your mind real quick. Why did you hate Yeezus? Because that goes down as one of those that's one of those Kanye defining moments albums. So let me pick your
Yeah.
brain on that one real quick.
Well, I feel like a lot of like iconic Kanye moments came from like that era, like a lot of his interviews and stuff, like a lot of clips came from that. So that era was like awesome. But the songs on there, I feel like they just weren't executed. They sounded kind of rushed. And plus, I feel like Travis Scott brought that sound first, and then Kanye just kind of added on to that. Whereas I feel like the
Mhm.
Kanye that I like were the ones where he was innovating himself, and it sounded more authentic when he actually innovated himself. Like Graduation was that was so Kanye. Like you can just listen to like the instrumentals. You're like, that's Kanye. But you just you don't know.
Is
That's
that when
me
he
personally.
said that's when he said you don't have the answer, Sway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's when he shitted on Lady Gaga too. He was like, "What the fuck does she know about cameras?"
No, facts. No, I can respect that. I can respect that. All right.
Yeah.
Next one, we're coming in at My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know, this one gave us Power, it gave us Monster, it gave us All the Lights, gave us Runaway, which I mean, that's still one of those. That's one of those songs that has touched every genre to this point.
24/7, 365. Pussy stays on my mind.
Facts.
All right. Number 3.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably 3 for me too.
Yeah. Just because I feel like I know what's gonna come number 2. What if I hope you're about to say number 2.
All right. Next one, I'm going with, y'all already know, 808s and Heartbreak.
Oh
This
Okay.
damn,
song
I
is
thought.
this album is
Yeah.
classic. It gave us
Damn.
Heartless, which is still played to this day.
Yeah. He did
Okay.
innovate a lot. Yeah. What
I
do I
think
have
I think
left?
I
I
could
have. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I could be okay with that at 2.
Yeah.
That's
And
all.
and Graduation be number 1.
Wait, what were you expecting him to say, Johnny?
I thought you were gonna put Watch the Throne in that list, and I thought I was gonna put Watch the Throne in
See,
number 2. That's one of my
see,
favorite
I
Kanye
put that
albums.
Oh yeah.
I put that down too. I thought he was gonna say The Life of Pablo, but
I like the Life of
See,
Pablo too.
see, the
Yeah.
reason we didn't put Watch the Throne on there is because it's a collab album. I would have
True.
gladly thrown it
Yes,
on, but
collab.
it
but it
technically is a
but it's
collab.
but it's
Yeah.
still yay. It's still yay
That's
though.
yeah.
But that's Ye and Jay. That
True.
is that is a different collab. Like that was both of them when they were just freestyling in the studio, dropping bars. Like that. That
That's
album
LeBron.
is so different from every other J album and every other Ye album. Like that.
So
That
you
album
don't
right
count
away
Kids See
is.
Ghost. You don't count Kids See Ghost as part of Ye's discography.
I do on that one because Cuddy ain't Jay.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
That's like a LeBron and D Wade album right there.
Yeah,
Bruh.
that's like instead of LeBron and D Wade, we got LeBron and Mario Chalmers. Like
That's
that ain't the
true.
same.
That's
Like,
true. That's true.
And Mario
Yep.
Chalmers was solid. Don't
I'm not
discredit him.
saying he wasn't. That's why I said Mario. I could have said Udonis, but I said Mario. Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny, you like your ranking? Or would you?
Yeah, I don't think I would change it too much. No, I wouldn't change it. Well, I would have put it actually. I would have put 808s further down. I would have moved up college dropout. I would have probably maybe flipped those.
That's respect. That's respect. All
Yeah.
right.
Solid. Yeah, Johnny put me on Kanye, honestly, because we went to the Appalachian Fair. He picked me up. That's all he was playing was Yikes.
Oh, for real? Damn. Shit, I don't
Yeah.
even remember that. That's
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah,
old
it's
Ye.
That's
still
I hate
seared in my
how
head.
Ye gets that bad rep. Old Ye, dude, still new age artists couldn't even touch old Ye. Like still to this day. And that man ain't dropped them albums for 10 plus years. And they still
yeah.
couldn't touch old Ye. Old Ye was something different. Like you don't get signed to Jay-Z for nothing. Like let's be real. The biggest names here recently get signed to Jay-Z is what? J. Cole and Kanye and Rihanna. Like that is a very elite group for you to be in to be able to collab with Jay. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest with it.
Why was people comparing him to Michael Jackson though?
That is wild because ain't no other Michael Jackson on this planet but Michael himself.
Drake.
Yeah.
I never understood it, bro.
No,
It's not a
Drake is
fair comparison.
close, but Drake ain't there. I promise you, Drake ain't there.
He
No
No.
said
way.
he said I'm one away from Michael. Nigga, beat it.
But here, let me pick you on this. Since we're talking, I know we mentioned earlier you're a big Nipsey fan, right? To give the people because Nipsey is one of those dudes. He was never as much as people like a true Nipsey fan will know. Nipsey was never a mainstream artist, and that's what we loved about him. Nipsey never went mainstream. He was always himself. He always stayed true to him. The marathon always continues. You know, we can't ever take away from what Nipsey did in the big picture, right? So Nipsey Hustle, right? We're breaking it down. Give us one of your most underground Nipsey songs for the people to just expand their ears to, if you could.
Underground Nipsey song? Okay. It'd probably be, I don't even know if this would be underground, but I love Mailbox Money. It's not really an album people go to, but that's one of my fucking, well, I like One for the Money too off of Bullets Ain't Got No Name. I think it's volume two.
Yeah,
That's one of
yeah.
my favorite songs too. But Mailbox Money, that's like my favorite mixtape by him. I like it more than Crenshaw too. That's very debatable. But me personally, I like Mailbox Money a little bit more.
Okay, here. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got two Nipsey songs that low key have always resonated with me. One is Bullets Ain't Got No Name, just because of how big that song was when Nipsey was coming up. Like that song hadn't been heard of. Nipsey was finally making it like radio waves, and it was like all at once. Like drop this, and it was like every banger on the station just because of the beat, the vibe, the bop. Like Bullets Ain't Got No
Yeah.
Name was one of those. And then also my other one was Ocean Views. And I know I've showed Jay and JV both Ocean Views. And Ocean Views is one of those songs where it's just like late nights, lights down low, you got that playing. And
Yeah.
it's just a vibe. Like, how do you
That's not
think
underground though. I feel like people listen to that.
yeah, like now
Yeah.
definitely, especially after Nipsey's
Yeah.
passed, it's one of those
Yeah.
it's hard because it's especially hard when you lose somebody and all of a sudden other stuff gets streamed. It's like all those stuff that you used to listen to back in the day
Yeah.
doesn't have the same ring anymore. But taking it back to like where it is now and everything Nipsey stands for, what would you say is like the best album for someone to truly like just experience raw Nipsey?
It has to be Victory Lap, bro. It just has to be, bro. Just start to finish. Like if you want to show to somebody what was Nipsey about, because Nipsey even said himself, bro, that he was kind of like the spook who sat by the door. Like the way he came into the rap game, he had a lot of like gangster and like trip music. to like appeal to like, that audience. But secretly he was really just trying to fucking get to the point to where he can make music that would actually, teach people. And I feel like Victory Lap was that album, like, hey, look, this is what I did. Now let me show you my real intentions. I fucking own hella real estate in Los Angeles. I'm putting LA on the map. I'm buying back my block. I'm employing my bros that I grew up with that we were so-called, we did a lot of so-called illegal activities, but now we're doing it all legal. And he just kind of showed like what his real intentions were the whole time. The whole time he was planning all that, but it was kind of like the Victory Lap. The name of the album kind of like summarizes that too. He's just fucking literally taking a victory lap, telling people, look what I did. And there's so many stories on it that are so fucking amazing. Blue Laces too, the third verse, bro,
Oh yeah, Nipsey is one of those dudes
bro.
that
Stank
he
face.
just knew how to inspire everybody as a whole. Like when you got one person that can have in LA, in Compton of all places, where you could have Bloods and Crips beefing at any moment, and for Nipsey to stand in between all of it and be like, no, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about black unity, black wealth, black prosperity. And for
Mhm.
someone to actually like not just talk the talk, but walk the walk that backs it up too.
And
Nipsey had a
actually mean what
different
you're
kind of
saying.
yeah, like Nipsey had a different hustle. Like even the way he went out, rest in peace to Nipsey. Like he still went out the exact way that he came in. He came in real, he went out real. Like he was like, no, this is something childish. We ain't pulling a gun over this. Like sadly that had to happen to him, but Nipsey still went out the same way. Like I'm gonna stand on all 10 toes. I know the pen is mightier than the sword. And even like when Nipsey, like his old Breakfast Club interviews, when he talks about what actually got him into rapping, he had an old mentor growing up who was getting like 15,000 a show. And Nipsey was like, my only goal with rapping was to make 20K a show. Like he's like, I was just trying to do better than he did. I was just trying to show up to appearance, get 20K. And that's easier than me going robbing somebody, getting 20K off the block. He's like, that's 20K legal money I got right there, and I can turn that into who knows what else to help everybody around me. Like Nipsey was one of the most genuine dudes in the game. I was like, everything I make isn't mine. Like I ain't greedy. Like it ain't my money. It's our money. Like I'm building everything around me. I'm building up all the underprivileged areas around me. Like that's why when everyone lost Nipsey, like we hadn't seen something like that since let's truly break it down since X, like where people were putting murals up everywhere. People were crying constantly. Like you had every famous person in their mind talking about a dude who truly in the rap eyes was never an A-lister when it came to rap. And that's exactly how true Nipsey fans liked it. Like Nipsey was never that A-lister guy. Nipsey was that dude that was gonna spit real. You were always gonna be able to bump. Like that was Nipsey's hustle. Like Nipsey was the dude. Like even when he's on the interview and they're trying to break it down, they're like, "What did you mean when you said uh where when K Dot said he a better crip?" And he's like, I think K Dot would have to explain that to you. He ain't even going into it. Like he's not even trying to take the credit. Like, yeah, I know I've done more, I've done better than this. Like he's like, you gonna have to talk to him about what he did to you. Like I really have built this brick by brick and I'm trying to put everybody on. It ain't about the violence. Like it ain't about what it used to be. It's about what could we all be. We all unite. There's no telling how far we could be. And that's why it was so big when everybody says the marathon continues. Like the story's not done. Like even when you had shows like All American shouting out Nipsey, like that's how big his impact was. Not even on a music scale. Like Nipsey was like in a way like a person who reminds me of him who's nowhere near that level, but it's like Rose. Like Rick Ross is that guy to like, yeah, he's a little bit for the money himself, but like, Rick Ross is always the guy. Like you talk about any of his artists, anybody around him, he's never the type to be like, yeah, I propped them together, I built them up, like he's always like, he's doing his thing. He's putting out hard work, he's trying his best, he's doing his thing. Like that's how they are. Like they're just like, I want everyone around me to succeed and before me kind of think about that.
Oh, that was smooth. That transition was smooth.
How about that? No, yeah, I agree, bro. That shit's fucking. I love Nipsey, bro, and just what he meant to like just there's so many people around the world. There's so many like entrepreneurs you can talk to now, like in today's time, that are like, dude, Nipsey was the one who kind of inspired me. It is kind of sad just what happened, but I do think it was kind of like planned by like the LA police department. I think they kind of planned it because didn't he have like a meeting with like the police department like a week before that to like trying to like find some common ground for gang violence or something like that. So I do think it was planned, bro. It might have had something to do with Doctor CB too. Uh,
It's like we can put Nipsey up there with like the most influential presidents. Like, let's be real. Like the most influential presidents of the America's history, what happened to them? They all got assassinated. When you changing stuff that big on that big of a global scale, the world don't like that. They gonna make you disappear. Like when you got people like JFK, you got people like Abe Lincoln, like you got people like that. Like they changed something so drastic in the nation's history. Bam. And Nipsey was the dude that was like turning Compton, out of all places, the worst, the slums, the drug heavy. Like he was turning Compton into a top 1% kind of market. Like he was gonna be like, I'm gonna turn Compton around. It's gonna be the new Beverly Hills. You're gonna have the worst white people moving into Compton. Like that ain't never heard of before. And that's
yeah,
what Nipsey was about to actually do that. Like he was gonna have rich people eating out of the palm of his hand moving to Compton of all places.
Yeah, that's influence right there. And when you have that much influence, then everybody wants to silence you for sure.
And not even about the
Yeah,
music, just strictly everything else, just everything you stand on. Like even promoting the albums through clothing releases. Like yeah, you buy a T-shirt, you gonna get a snippet of the album 3 months prior. Like that's big, and all of a sudden everybody's flocking to the stores, like just knowing to hear that real stuff from Nipsey, because we ain't getting real stuff anymore.
yeah. Being a black man too. Yes, sir.
Facts.
But yeah, that I think we've covered everything. That was a pretty good episode. We got through a lot of topics. Uh Johnny, how's your experience on the show, man? It's been a long time coming. I know I said I was gonna get you on after we recorded
yeah.
Mano a Mano.
No, it's been great talking to you guys, man. It's nice to meet like another Nipsey fan, bro. It's hard to find, low key. I feel like at least I struggle with to find another one. But yeah, it was a good time. Thank you all for having me on. I appreciate it a lot.
Always. He's a hard one because he's one of those, like we said, he was never that A-lister in the actual music community. So the
Yeah,
fact that like when you find someone that truly like lives into Nipsey, like they listen to Nipsey, like they listen to the words he's saying, the
yes.
message he's preaching. So it's like it's a little different when you talk about Nipsey Hussle. Like when someone like if someone were to be like, oh, my favorite artist is Drake, it's like cool. Like you can vibe with them, you can play some Drake songs, be like cool. But if someone tells you come up to you and be like, yeah, my favorite artist Nipsey, and it's like, hold up.
Oh
Like
shit,
you
yeah.
get it's one
Yeah.
of those you could instantly go through like even you can go to like SoundCloud and be like, you heard this before? Like you just brainstorm so all of a sudden and be like, man, you hear what he's saying. Like that's Nipsey. Like that
Yeah.
was Nipsey's vibe. Like he never wanted to be the mainstream dude. He just wanted to be the dude to make some money, put everybody on, buy everything back, preach a whole different lifestyle for us, like something to actually get us out from under the thumb we've been under for generations, like not even decades, for generations. Like he probably saw his grandfather's grandfather go through the entire situation of what and he's like, how do I change this? And then when he comes up with that method and it's like it's working, it's like I'm really building generational wealth for me and those to come after,
Mhm.
based off of not even trying to be the top dog, just getting by kind of thing.
For sure, for sure. JV, you got any closing thoughts? Closing statement?
And y'all want to talk about one more
Good.
about when's the appropriate time to put up a Christmas tree?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we did kind of skip over that.
Yeah, because Jonathan, you about to experience this. Married life, it has you
Oh
do a
yeah.
lot of compromises. You know, my wife wanted to put the tree up November 1st. And to me, that's mad early. Coming from like my house growing up, like first weekend of December, like December 1st through 3rd is when we throwing the tree up. Like it's weird throwing it up a month early, knowing like we done skipped a whole holiday of Thanksgiving in there. But so I want to let me kind of pick y'all's brain. Where y'all think when do you think is acceptable to put the Christmas tree?
July. No, I'm just playing.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Some
just
people
kidding.
keep it up all year round.
Yeah, because niggas is too lazy to take it down.
That's a different story from my HOA. I tried to argue that they didn't want to hear about my lights. They fined me. I ain't even gonna lie. But to this day, they ain't getting their money, so they can kiss it goodbye. I ain't paying them.
But at
I
least,
gotta say
at
after
least
Thanksgiving.
sometime after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Black Friday. Black Friday.
Man,
That's a solid day. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, 'cause Black Friday kind of got that. It's kind of like, well, for me, it was like for the past several years, we take pictures on like the day after Thanksgiving, and then we go back home, eat some more Thanksgiving food. So it's kind of like Thanksgiving kind of got that layover
Yeah, that's
into
fair.
Black Friday.
Yeah, Thanksgiving hangover.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Thanksgiving for us, man. That's a couple of days, man. You got Thanksgiving on Thursday, you got leftovers Friday, and then Saturday you got that leftover turkey. You might turn into a pot pie or something. So then it rolls over into Saturday, and then Sunday everybody like, I ain't taking all this food home with me. Finish it off. So Thanksgiving turns into a 4-day ordeal. So
no, just
Well,
don't be eating no Thanksgiving food on a Wednesday after Thanksgiving.
we having Thanksgiving leftovers for a week.
Yeah, don't do that. You might as well just throw it away.
yeah, you gotta throw it away. Once a Monday hits, it's a new week. It's time to redo yourself. It's Christmas time. Forget it.
Time to throw on the Polar Express and watch the snowfall.
I will say that's one rule I did make with the missus. No Christmas movies, no Christmas songs until December 1st. We ain't jumping the gun that early. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I saw a meme. It was like a Michael Jackson Thriller Halloween at midnight and then Mariah Carey November 1st. Switch it immediately. Yeah, she don't waste no time. She's about to defrost.
Dude, and she makes a bag off of this year, so she's probably waiting on the rest of us. Hurry up, stream it.
But yeah, man. Jonathan, thank you again, brother, for coming on the show. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you guys.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this one. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Burner Syndicate. You know the drill. Thanks for keeping it real. Like Alex said, we might have a continuation of season 3. It's looking like that's going to happen. Keep the vibes going strong. So thanks again to Alex
Please,
and
I need
JV
it.
for joining me. Thank you again to Jonathan Carrillo. As always, thanks for keeping it real. This was your host, Jay Fudge, and you just listened to the Burner Syndicate. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Condolences.